Welcome to the NTN Nightly. I'm Nisha Charles. This edition's top stories. Government's broader strategy for tourism revenue generation takes shape with the Castries Market Redevelopment Project. The Saint Lucia Summer Festival to penetrate the Caribbean market. Service to community is celebrated in Dennery North. All that plus the latest in youth development, sports, and the NTN Nouvelle en Creole. The Castries Market Redevelopment Project is moving ahead with the commencement of Phase 1. Effective Monday, 27th May 2019, the Provisions Market vendors will be temporarily relocated to the old fire service headquarters site on Jeremy Street. The Castries Market Redevelopment Project will see not only improved conditions, but dovetails with government's larger strategy for the tourism industry. Janelle Norville explains.
In the year 2018, the island recorded the arrival of some 1.2 million tourists to its shores, with the cruise sector registering an increase of 13.6%. Minister for Tourism, Information and Broadcasting, Culture and Creative Industries, Honorable Dominic Fady, described cruise lines as the biggest advertisements, bringing hundreds of thousands of individuals to St. Lucia's shores annually. He added that all opportunities presented by the sector should be explored, including increasing the visitors' expenditure.
You as a salesperson, as a destination, as a business person, it is your responsibility to ensure that you're selling what the customers want and to make sure that you are sending the right messages in terms of the product, in terms of the sales technique, in terms of the price, and to also be aware of what's happening in other markets. Remember, St. Lucia is in the southern Caribbean, and a lot of the cruise ports, in fact, the home ports are Miami and Puerto Rico. And when the ship leaves there, you have to be cognizant of the fact that what are some of the items that they would have bought.
The government, according to the minister, will be lending the necessary assistance to vendors in an effort to increase their competitive edge. Falling under this effort is the Castries Market Redevelopment Project. The project aims to ensure proper accommodation and market access for vendors, recognizing that they are important players in the trade and national development. The necessary preparations, including installation of security lockers and washroom facilities, have been completed. Each of the daily provisions vendors will receive a relocation stipend of $500 to assist with the temporary move. Vendors will also be provided with 24-hour security, proper lighting, and other amenities at the temporary site.
It requires the ministry and government agencies to give them a little more support in terms of market intelligence, so that can help to shape and guide their own products that they offer, their sales techniques, the price, and all the other ingredients that make sales very successful. So this is the responsibility of our entire country, private sector, small businesses, government, to ensure. I mean, it's not right. You've got 5 cruise ships in the harbor on a Sunday, and you're closed for business. Castries is like a ghost town. That's not anybody else's fault but ours. And so we've got to now look at those issues and say, how can we correct them and address them as a country?
Effective Monday next week, the Provisions Market vendors will be temporarily relocated to the old fire service headquarters site on Jeremy Street. The Castries Market Redevelopment Project encompasses a state-of-the-art food court, high-end air-conditioned restaurants, a craft market, box park, viewing tower, entertainment area, meat and fish depots, duty-free shopping boutiques, and much more. For the Government Information Service, I am Janelle Norville.
Still with tourism matters, fresh off the heels of St. Lucia Jazz in collaboration with Jazz at Lincoln Center, the St. Lucia Tourism Authority will on Friday, 24th May 2019, launch the remaining components of the Saint Lucia Summer Festival in its second largest Caribbean market, Trinidad and Tobago. Anicia Antoine has the details.
With the Caribbean being a primary source market, the Saint Lucia Tourism Authority has chosen to launch the Saint Lucia Summer Festival campaign in Trinidad and Tobago. The campaign will thereafter continue in other Caribbean islands with the aim of increasing the number of visitors who get the opportunity to experience St. Lucian culture. Christopher Gustav is the marketing manager for Caribbean and events at the SLTA.
Saint Lucia, as you know, is a very beautiful island. We have world-class accommodation, We have some of the best natural attractions available, and Saint Lucia is probably one of the leading destinations for Caribbean travelers to come to. However, we have an opportunity to build on our very vibrant nightlife and our events. As you know, the Dennery segment is really building momentum in the Caribbean and around the world. So we're trying to build on that to ensure that once people come to Saint Lucia, they know they could also have a nice holiday, but also have a very good time in terms of entertainment.
Some of St. Lucia's carnival bands and properties have seized the opportunity to showcase their offerings to the Trinidad and Tobago public. Monday Louis, director of Legends Carnival Band, explained that the carnival bands have been doing a lot of legwork and are excited to be a part of any initiative which aims to improve the carnival product.
Because there are over 80-something carnivals worldwide, and St. Lucia needs to be, I think, number one on that. We have a clip of Private Ryan saying that it's one of the most beautiful carnivals because of our scenery. You have that waterfront. I mean, you cannot get a better snapshot than that of the parade of the bands in Castries. And I think to bring St. Lucia Carnival to Trinidad and to the rest of the OECS, you know, when you look at the numbers don't lie. You have the region plays a big part in our tourism product, and they, after North America, I think, you know, a lot of our revelers come from whether it's Trinidad, Grenada, Barbados. So, and even when you say the United States, it's a lot of people in the diaspora coming back to the region to take part in St. Lucia Carnival.
The official opening of St. Lucia Carnival will take place on Saturday, May 25th, 2019 at the SAB in Vigi. From the Government Information Service, I am Anicia Antoine reporting.
St. Lucia and the Republic of Cuba have renewed its cooperation agreement in the health sector for another 2 years. More in this report from Fennell Neptune.
Cuban Ambassador to Saint Lucia, His Excellency Alejandro Simancas Marin, and Saint Lucia's Minister for Health and Wellness, Senator the Honorable Mary Isaac, recently signed a cooperation agreement with the aim of further developing Saint Lucia's health system. The renewal of the agreement is expected to extend the presence of the Cuban Medical Brigade in St. Lucia. His Excellency Alejandro Simancas Marin expressed his government's commitment to continue deepening relations with St. Lucia and to provide support in the field of health.
We are very happy. We are proud to continue contributing from our humble capabilities to the development of St. Lucia. And as I said at the beginning, in such an important area as public health. So again, I want to reaffirm that this is an important moment, and it reflects the will of our government to continue strengthening the principle of our bilateral relationship: friendship, cooperation, and solidarity.
Minister for Health and Wellness, Senator the Honorable Mary Isaac, thanked the government of the Republic of Cuba for the continued support to St. Lucia's health sector.
We have accomplished great strides through the help of the Cuban Medical Brigade that exists here, especially our eye care program. That has gone a long way. We have a well-established eye care program, and that is through the Cuban assistance that we get from the Cuban government. We see you as a sister country, or maybe I should say a brother country. And as such, we do appreciate this collaboration that exists. And it does go a long way, like I said, in assisting us in our healthcare programs in St. Lucia.
Permanent Secretary in the Department of Health and Wellness, Felix St. Hill, also expressed gratitude to the government and people of the Republic of Cuba for the assistance and support in the field of health over the years. Reporting from the Communications Unit of the Ministry of Health and Wellness, I am Fennell Neptune.
In a bid to improve on St. Lucia's agricultural productivity, the government of St. Lucia was part of the 2015 Caribbean Soil Fertility Mapping Project, which sought to establish a database with updated information regarding the availability of fertile soil in St. Lucia, along with 5 other islands. The project is being carried out by the Kingdom of Morocco. While the project was stalled for some time, the coordinator, Luke Emmanuel, is happy to report that the project is back on stream.
As we go along, we make them aware, because we had to accelerate the project. It was a little bit behind when I came in October of 2018. And to expedite things, we got onto the ground immediately in January. And as we go along, we're informing the farmers and the public at large of what's taking place. And well, with this program now, which we're doing here, it should give us some mass attention.
Soil samples will be collected from agricultural grades which are cultivated and will form part of the soil fertility map. The project is expected to benefit St. Lucia in terms of food security, local employment, and human resource. According to Emmanuel, it will also enhance the country's chances of exporting food internationally.
At the end of that initial exercise, all the samples will be processed and analyzed to determine the level of the various micro and macronutrients, as well as the soil texture, the electrical conductivity, and the pH, right? So then, when all is said and done, what we're going to have is a soil fertility map. That map is going to be uploaded onto a website which will be available to the general public.
The Kingdom of Morocco is considered the leading agricultural investor in the world. And this is the NTN Nightly. Ryan O'Brien is up next.
What's in the food you're eating? Do you really even know? All the chemicals and hormones used to accelerate their growth. All the artificial flavoring, sweeteners and colors too. We consume and we don't spare a thought for the damage that they'll do. No, think about the children. Think about the children. How will we save them? Chemicals and GMOs are not the solution. Use organic and join.
Excessive agrochemical use, additives, and genetically modified foods are harmful to health and the environment. Join the good food revolution. Grow, buy, and consume organic. A message from Rise Saint Lucia and the Ministry of Sustainable Development with funding from the GEF Small Grants Program, UNDP.
The good food revolution.
Welcome back. We join Ryan O'Brien for the latest happenings in youth development and sports.
Thanks, Nisha. I'm Ryan O'Brien, and it's time once again for your update on happenings in youth development and sports on the NTN Nightly News. The Ministry of Youth Development and Sports Secondary Schools Under 15 40 over cricket tournament continued on Monday, with St. Mary's College earning themselves a hard-fought 2-wicket victory over Leon Hess Comprehensive Secondary at the Grizzly playing field. Leon Hess batting first made 123 all-out and 33.1 overs, with Sanjay Francis making 32, Jaden Pappet 24, Kamani Law 21, and Khan Elcock 12. Bowling for St. Mary's College, Jandel Cyril claimed 3 for 11, Daniel Frederick 2 for 10, Khalil Senhill 2 for 15, Joel Simon 2 for 17. Set a victory target of 124. St. Mary's finished on 124 for 8 in 26 overs, with Khalil Senhill top scoring with 38 and Denzel Frederick 13 not out. Bowling for Leon Hess Comprehensive Secondary, Lee John bagged 3 for 25. School Sports Coordinator in the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, Isabel Alexander Markey, sees great scope for the continuation of inter-primary schools female football following the completion of the competition last weekend. Mrs. Markey spoke to NTN Nightly after District 6 emerged champions.
The competition, for the first time, it went very well. We got the cooperation from the schools, the districts that participated, the PE teachers involved, and so we see this collaboration between the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, and the Football Association working well for the development of football, in particular female football. We had a good showing today from the districts that made it to the semi-finals and the finals, and we can see a good future for female football.
The competition was the result of a collaborative effort between the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, the Ministry of Education, and the Saint Lucia Football Association. Former International Football Association FIFA executive, now consultant to FIFA, and the Confederation of North, Central American and Caribbean Football, CONCACAF, Jim Brown, will be in Saint Lucia over the next few days to consult on how to properly prepare and convert the Sufra Mini Stadium for eventual CONCACAF approvals. He is expected to arrive in Saint Lucia on Wednesday, May 22nd, and the objective of the visit is to develop solutions, both temporary and permanent, to assist the Saint Lucia Football Association conduct international matches in the near future. A preliminary layout for football match conditions will be submitted for review during his inspection. Further upgrades critical to success will include, among other things, press and broadcast positions, grandstands, dressing rooms, media center, hospitality, ticketing, security, match operations, and team facilities. That's your update on youth development and sports for today. I'm Ryan O'Brien.
Thanks, Ryan. Service to community and by extension country was celebrated recently in the Dennery North constituency. Chevroy Marios tells us more.
Residents of the Dennery North constituency were celebrated and awarded in recognition for their unwavering contribution to national development. A Hall of Fame dinner was hosted in their honor on Saturday, May 11, 2019 at the Dennery North Human Resource Development Center. In addressing the gathering, local government officer for the south of the island, Mrs. Kisha Atil, stated that hosting this annual event will strengthen the community spirit and commended the Dennery North Council for hosting this prestigious event.
This evening is a time to celebrate and to recognize persons who have and continue to make significant contributions to the Dennery North constituency. A Hall of Fame means that you are among the most distinguished in the community. There are countless benefits to be derived from being part of community organizations. Your participation allows for each and every resident to be connected, be it sports, education, or the arts. Consequently, it strengthens the community as well as increases the sense of pride.
Chairperson of the Dennery North Constituency Council, Mr. Aloysius Cumberbatch, stated that the decision to award community heroes was in keeping with St. Lucia's 40th independence celebration and stated that the Hall of Fame ceremony will be hosted annually.
I want to welcome everyone here this evening, especially the recipients. Tonight, we are pleased to bring this initiative to reality. It is also an exciting time for us as we are now celebrating our 40th anniversary of independence, and what a fitting time to host this activity. The Council has taken a decision to make this an annual event on its calendar of activities.
Amongst the awardees, special awards went to Mr. Eustace Estefan for Community Development, Mr. Elias Mathre for Cultural Development, Mr. Zacchaeus Polius for Sports, Ms. Rita J. Henry for Education, and Ms. Olympia Lionel for Community Development. This initiative by the Dennery North Constituency Council echoes the Ministry's thrust to strengthen the impact of constituency councils in national development. Reporting from the Ministry of Equity, Social Justice, Local Government and Empowerment, I am Chevroy Marius.
And stay with the NTN Nightly. Up next, Primus Hutchinson is here with the NTN Nouvelle en Creole.
I'm innovative.
Sure! I'm competitive!
I'm productive.
I am creative.
I constantly improve what I do and how I do it.
I am output-oriented.
I never supplement.
I give of my best, always.
The National Competitiveness and Productivity Council, embracing excellence.
Welcome back. We join Primus Hutchinson for the NTN Nouvelle en Creole.
Monsieur, Madame, département qui est responsabilité pour information en gouvernement Saint Lucia, GIS, à ce moment télévision nationale pays NTN, qui a posé nouvelle à créole, posé Primus Hutchinson. Projet pour redévelopper la place Castries, j'ai pris en marche plus devant. Ça c'est parce que première phase projet qui a commencé tout de suite. L'année prochaine, les Riverdez qui ont opéré à la place là, qui ont trouvé à une place nouveau pour un yon titre. Ça c'est un vieux établissement les pompiers à sur la rue Jérémy. Pendant le travail qu'a fait à ce la place là, c'est proportions qui étaient nécessaires pour placer ces Riverdez là dans une location neuve. J'ai fait déjà côté l'argent en place, chambre qui est bien protectée avec sécurité, aussi facilité pour éviter parmi l'autre nécessité. Mercredi le 14 mars, bureau les maires Castries te visité facilité neuf là à ce pays les Riverdez comme consultation là qui continue. Chaque ces Riverdez là qui recevoir un petit soucoup poche finance en hauteur de $600 pour assister pour entrer à la place neuf là. Ces Riverdez là j'ai aussi trouvé assurance là qui la une sécurité 24 heures du temps, lumière en tout côté qui est nécessaire et que ça c'est parmi l'autre arrangement pour aider yo. Au poisson, ça c'est pour opérer facilement en location neuf ça là. Principale raison pour tout arrangement, ça c'est pour établir facilité qui est assez confortable pour ces Riverdez là et pour pratiquer ça trouver service à l'aise parce que ces Riverdez là qu'a joué un rôle qui est très important à business et développement national cette ici. Par conséquent du développement nouveau ça là, les membres Holiday Taxi qui est ouvert à sa façade gauche William Peter Boulevard, ça c'est bateau touriste, ça c'est les bateaux touristes qui visitent le pays. Il y a aussi qui établi bord ces chauffeurs auto passagers Canary, ça c'est près ces chauffeurs passagers la Clary. La journée on appelle pour chauffeurs l'auto et public là généralement pour observer ces signes trafic là qui sont en place pour suivre. Projet pour redévelopper la place Castries, qui a trouvé présentation officiellement l'autre semaine et le tout travail fini complète, la qui en place pour manger, qui est dans un haut degré, les restaurants qui sont en bas conditions qui bien frais et très confortable, place pour amusement, boutique pour moun acheter des vestes cadeaux parmi plusieurs autres avancements. Le gouvernement Saint Lucia récemment participé dans un projet pour improver des recherches terres agricoles pays. Ça a fait un projet en Caraïbes depuis l'année 2016, côté les autorités qui ont essayé pour enregistrer recherche terres agricoles et établir une façon pour donner toute information qui est nécessaire concernant les terres qui fortifiées qui sont available à cette Lucie et comme 5 autres pays à Caraïbes c'est qui a performé à ça. C'est le pays Morocco qui conduit le projet ça là. Coordinateur projet Luc Emmanuel déclaré que malgré le projet a été allé calpat pour dire autre temps, il est très content pour apporter que le projet a arrivé à Kakoué encore. Ce qui a fait là, à bas projet ça là, c'est qu'il a amassé en la vie pointé habitation agricole pour tester et que formation ça là qui a été enregistré. Projet là Yoni espoir projet qui a porté bon bénéfice pour cette ici, à façon de sécurité, manger, travail pour mon pays et qui a aussi renforcé les ressources les peuples. Selon M. Emmanuel, il a aussi renforcé chaque pays là pour vendre produits agricoles à pays international. Le pays Morocco qui a conduit le projet ça là, c'est un de ces pays là qui est plus avancé en business agricole. Cette ici qui a agrandi sur la place avion et pour ça là qui a commencé un vol avion American Airlines direct sorti à Chicago pour cette liste service là qui a fait tous les semaines hors aéroport O'Hare international à Chicago et qui a commencé le 21 décembre l'année ici 2019. American Airlines qui a continué à recogniser des gens là qui a sous avion pour nous visiter cette liste sorti l'Amérique. Autorité des affaires touristiques, très plaît et puis service nouveau ça là, comme il a présenté diverses façons pour gérer business et l'autre monde visiter pour vacances. Ministre de responsabilité pour affaires touristiques à cette liste, honorable Dominique Fédé, déclaré que ça a montré confiance American Airlines en cette liste comme autorité a établi habilité pour présenter cette liste comme une destination qui unit en pile l'avantage. Voyage avion American Airlines qui a quitté l'aéroport O'Hare International à Chicago à 8h20 libre matin, commencé le 21 décembre et qui est arrivé à cette ici à 3h30 après-midi. Avion qui est retourné, qui a quitté cette ici tous les samedis à 5h05 après-midi et qui est arrivé à Chicago à 25 minutes pour 9h soir. Il y a un grand grec à autorité touristique à cette ici, Jackie Martharin, remarquez qu'il a déjà fait bon travail et puis American Airlines et qui a continué pour travailler pour un service là en opération pour ces touristique là. Les officiers autorités touristiques cette ici qui a bienvenue à avion, ils ont fait ça d'ailleurs une cérémonie et puis ministre honorable Dominique Fédé qui est là en assistance avec qui est présent à la cérémonie ça là. Et c'est comme ça nous en tout bout de nouvelle là, moi je remercie autant pour garder, moi je vais avoir une invitation pour jouer et puis moi encore ça c'est les moi présenter l'autre nouvelle en créole. Après ça moi je présenter Nisha.
Merci Opil Primus. And here's a look at what's happening to us weather-wise.
Winds are blowing from the east near 21 miles per hour or 33 kilometers per hour, with fair to partly cloudy skies and brief isolated showers. Low-level clouds drifting along a moderate easterly wind flow will cause a few showery periods over the Lesser Antilles during the next 24 hours. A tropical wave located over the eastern tropical Atlantic is moving westward near 17 miles per hour or 28 kilometers per hour. The tide for Castries Harbour was high at 6:20 p.m. and will be low again at 10:51 p.m. The tide for Vieux-Fort Bay was low at 1:10 p.m. and will be high again at 7:27 p.m. The seas, slight to moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet or 1.2 to 1.8 meters. The sun will rise Wednesday at 5:35 a.m.
And that brings us to the end of the NTN Nightly. Join us next time at 7 p.m. with a repeat at 7 a.m. You can also catch up with us anytime on the Saint Lucia Government Facebook page or YouTube channel. I'm Nisha Charles.